Prado having a little problem. Appears that he's not feeling great. Bobby Cox is going to come out and have a word with him.
Bobby, 90 games left in his managerial career. He's going to retire, and what a career he has had. He's won 2,455 games and a certain Hall of Famer. So the 0-2. That breaking ball hangs high and inside. Outfield swung around to the right. On just a gorgeous day here in the beautiful city. Curveball low, and here at beautiful U.S. Cellular Field, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straight away center. He gone.
Good moving fastball after showing him 2 curveballs, not hitting with either of them. AJ called the fastball. He wanted it in. Gavin gets it up and in. But we saw Martin Prado expand that strike zone twice last night, and it cost him a strikeout each time.
So here's Jason Hayward, just a terrific looking 20-year-old outfielder. 6'5", 240 pounds, takes first pitch strike. At 95. Hayward hitting at 259, 11 homers. He's driven in 45. One and one to count. And there's a chopper. Somebody better hurry. As Gavin will get it, make the tag. And that is out number 2.
With Hayward going up the line, you better get it quickly. And Gavin, with only one play to make, and that's tag him himself. And he got him. Mark Burley did the same thing in last night's game.
Hayward, 6'5", 240, as I mentioned, one of the fastest big guys I've ever seen in this game.
Well, not only getting up the line, but on defense in the outfield, it really holds him in good stead because he can go get him either toward the line or in the gap, and we've seen him do both in this series.
So here's a future Hall of Famer, Chipper Jones. And that's a fair ball. Kotze will make the play, and a very easy 1-2-3 inning for Gavin after a half inning of play. It's the Braves nothing, and the good guys coming to bat.
Viciedo and Lillibridge. The defense behind Derek Lowe, left to right, Cabrera, Blanco, and Hayward. In the infield, Jones, Escobar, Prado, and Hinsky. Ryan McCann behind the plate, and Derek Lowe on the hill. Had a good year so far, although that ERA is a bit higher than he would like. On for the 16th start. Opponent's hitting 269. That's a high number. He's got a sinker, which is a good one, and he throws a straight change, and that's primarily his two pitches, although he'll work in a slurve along with it.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours as Juan Pierre takes it high and wide. Ball one. Juan hitting at 245. No homers. He's driven in 9. Juan 1 for 7 in this series. You got Chipper Jones in it on the grass at third.
Juan has really struggled lifetime against Lowe. It's just a different Derek Lowe these days. The sinker, not quite as effective as it once was.
Well, at one time he had the best sinker in baseball from a right-hander. Just awesome.
He also has done everything. I mean, he can close, he can start, he can go out of the pen if you need him to.
And he can play golf. He is a very accomplished player and a long hitter. So if he goes out and shoots 65 at you, it shouldn't surprise you one bit.
So if he has to play, you tell him no?
You better. Outfield around to the left. Topper 2 hopper. Escobar. One again. And right now, let's check out our Dodge picks to click today. Jim Angio, our director and the crew, went with Lily Bridge. Stone Pony is going to go with Carlos Quentin. And Terry Hanley, Mike Williams, all the great folks at Bolingbrook and I, we're going to go with A.J. Pierzynski. And for more information on the entire vehicle lineup, log on to Dodge.com or stop by your Chicagoland or Northwest Indiana Dodge dealer. First pitch strike to Alexei Ramirez. Alexei comes in at 261, 6 homers. He's driven in 27. And the count 0-2.
Lowe's been in one World Series, a couple of All-Star games, and at one point saved 42 games for the Red Sox in 2000. That's pretty impressive.
That's what he had, that just awesome sinker. He pitched a game against us at Fenway that we had absolutely no chance. Good eye, and the count 2-2.
Despite the fact that he was a closer for the better part of 3 straight years, he still is 150 and 122 lifetime. And those are impressive starter numbers.
Chipper Jones up with it. And that's out number 2. So 2 down, that'll bring up Mark Kotsay. Kotsay comes in hitting at 210, 6 homers. He's driven in 16. Mark is 2 for 8 in this series, and a lifetime against Derek Lowe. 14 at bats, has 4 hits. And of the 4 hits, all of them have stayed in the park. That ball is smoked into center field for a base hit. So the 2-out single by Kotsay, just a rocket.
That looked like either a changeup or an off-speed slider that didn't do much. Mark Kotsay drilled it. And the inning stays alive for one of our most prolific run producers.
Paulie hitting at 303, 17 homers, 52 driven in. Paulie 4 for 8 in this series with an RBI, and lifetime against Lowe 3 for 16 with a homer. Lowe is one of those pitchers, when you come to the plate, you got to say to yourself, make him get it up. Takes first pitch strike.
Roger McDowell, fine pitching coach of the Braves, got them together before the season and said, boys, give anybody $100 that can tell me the Minnesota Twins pitching staff. And nobody could. And the point he was trying to make was, over the last 7 or 8 years, if you take a look at the Twins pitching staff, you'll notice that they've walked 600 to 700 men a year fewer than anybody else. He said because from the time they start till the time they get to the major leagues, they are taught strike one, strike one, strike one. All their pitchers do it. And he said, if we're going to be a good pitching staff, we're going to have to get ahead of hitters early in the count.
Well, he's right on the money. Most important pitch in baseball, first pitch strike. Second most, in my opinion, is the 1-1. Those two pitches determine the mindset of the hitter. Not in every hitter, but about 98% of them.
There's very few guys that have supreme confidence that they can hit with 2 strikes.
Those are the other 2%.
Yeah. Your number 2 hitter better be able to hit with 2 strikes if you've got a base stealer out ahead of him. That's why Vizquel's been so good at number 2 with Pierre leading off.
There goes Kontze. And that pitch popped up in the short center field, and it's what a play by Prado. Mercy. What a diving catch. A beautiful, beautiful play by Martin Prado, and that will retire the side after 1, no score. First pitch strike to Brian McCann, leading off here in the top of the second. McCann comes in hitting at .262, 8 homers. He's driven in 30. This guy can swing the bat. 3 freight in this series with a towering home run in game 1.
He's also hit the ball very hard when we've been able to retire him. So you have to be careful because he can drive the ball to the gaps all over.
Good strike on the inside corner. It's good to see Mike Everett call that inside pitch. Not many guys will. Not many umpires will call the inside strike.
He calls it, just makes a bigger plate, and he's going in there again.
He gone.
Here's our AT&T Uverse replay, and it's a fine play by Martin Prado. What a great effort. Kontze was around second base, on his way to third. Who knows if that ball does hit where it's going to bounce. Turned out to be an inning ender. See what's new from AT&T. Visit www.ATT.com.
There's ball 1 to Troy Glaus, the DH this afternoon. 1 for 7 in the series. Yeah, that's just about as good a catch as you're going to see at second base. Free hopper. 2 down.
Here's another guy that the Braves picked up who seems to have an unusual ability to pick the team to go to or get acquired by that winds up in the World Series. And that's Eric Hinske.
Eric hitting at .309, 5 homers. He's driven in 27 in limited service. Hinske has always been dangerous against us.
He was in the World Series in 07, 08, and 09.
That's being opportunistic there.
Always with different clubs, which is one of the reasons why the team that acquires him has a pretty good shot at it.
And there's a bullet. Base hit. Carlos will get over, get it back in. So you can cancel a post-game show.
Hinske started his career with the Chicago Cubs. Left-hand hitting third baseman, but he didn't really understand how to get himself in shape or get ready to play on a daily basis. Then he went to Toronto and he won the Rookie of the Year. And then he started to understand just what it took. But as a part-time player, it's where he's really shined, and as you can see, he can hit the ball well.
Here's another guy that's always hit us hard. Melky Cabrera takes ball 1. He's 4 for 7 in this series. He had 3 hits and an RBI last evening.
And a great throw to the plate to cut down Mark Kotsay.
Well, he's one of the better throwing outfielders in the American League. Lifetime against Gavin is 3 for 7 with a homer. Cabrera comes in hitting at .270, a couple of homers and 20 driven in.
One of the reasons why the Yankees felt that they could let him go was the emergence of Brett Gardner. He was hitting in the 320s, stealing all sorts of bases, and he's just been a wonderful center fielder for the Yankees.
2-0 pitch. That's into center field. Andrew is there, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Nada. Zinski and Andrew Jones to face Derek Lowe. Carlos 4 for 7 in this series, and of the 4 hits, 1 of them stayed in the park.
I don't think it's a coincidence that As Carlos has started to hit the ball better, he has hit the ball more consistently to right and right center field.
Well, the whole club's going up.
Yep.
That's going away.
Carlos was an equal opportunity home run hitter last night. One to right, one to left.
The 1-1 pitch.
That for Derek Lowe is a very good pitch, because a lot of young pitchers think throwing inside means throwing inside for strikes. The good pitchers, when they throw it inside, they'll throw it 3-4 inches inside, moving inside. This ball's well off the plate. Carlos has no chance.
And he gets him. So that is out number 1.
Well, after setting him up inside, then he goes low and away. Good pick by McCann. And he gets it.
So here's AJ. He's also 4 for 7 in the series with a couple of big RBIs. Comes in hitting at .254, 4 homers. He's driven in 20. There's a shot, nice backhand right there by Escobar. That's a hang woof'em for AJ.
Escobar has a big arm at shortstop.
He's got just about as big arm as anybody in this league.
Not swinging the bat this year like he can, but he has all kinds of talent.
So here's Andruw Jones hitting at .208, 10 homers. He's driven in 22. Andruw 5 for 24 lifetime off Lowe with a homer. And he's got the catbird seat. A couple of years ago, I was talking with John Schuerholz, then GM of the Braves, and probably one of, if not the greatest general manager in the history of baseball. 14 consecutive divisional titles he and Bobby Cox racked up over there, so that'll put them number 1 in that tandem. He was telling me about Escobar. He said Hockey has got unbelievable talent. Unbelievable talent.
That's the reason why they felt they could trade Elvis Andrus, who was going to turn out to be a better player overall than Escobar.
There's the strike in the count. It goes full.
But for a long time, the Braves have developed pretty good players. They certainly have developed their share of pitchers. They've also acquired the right pitchers when they've gone out to acquire them.
Well, you don't win 14 consecutive divisional titles because you're lucky. There's a fair ball. Nice play by Chipper Jones to get him. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Derek Lowe.
it's kind of a big event. And our boys,
Yeah, we're good.
I've been my boys entertaining for years. Something lesson. My first. I'm here with David Kennedy from the Mayor's Office of Special Events. And David is here to talk about the Taste of Chicago and a new policy and a new time for fireworks. So, David, tell us a little bit about the Taste this year, which is always a wonderful event.
Absolutely. It's a great event which starts tomorrow and runs for 10 days. We'll conclude on July 4th. We've got 53 restaurants serving over 300 different items. 11 new restaurants this year, which is very exciting for us. A lot of family activities. We've got a kids area. We've got a sports area with some of our White Sox alum are coming down, which we're very excited about. Got some great bands every night of the week. We've got 6 stages, lots of activities going on. And the 4th of July will be the fireworks. The city celebration will take place on the 4th of July this year. Traditionally, it's been on the 3rd. We moved it to the 4th.
How many people are you guys expecting over the 10-day period? Because hopefully the weatherman will cooperate.
Absolutely. The last couple of weeks we've had some bad weather, so hopefully it's out of our system. It's hard to guess. You know, we get about 3 million people over the course of the 10 days, so it's definitely crowded, but we've got some great areas, and people can stay hydrated and have a good time when they come down.
And I know that just about everybody who goes has a wonderful time because of the variety of food that you guys serve. And there truly is something there for everyone.
Absolutely. And we have taste portions, which are more focused on the family, where you can still get them for a couple bucks. A smaller item of some of the menu items, but 11 new restaurants and lots of activities for the entire family.
Well, David, thank you very much. Always a pleasure to see anybody from the Mayor's office. And we hope the Taste is a wonderful success this year.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Nice strikeout right there of Yunel Escobar by Gavin Floyd. That's his 3rd punch out. 1 down, and that'll bring up Gregor Blanco. Blanco, the center fielder, 7 for 16 since joining the club. I like that. Just wants to see a pitch, get a gauge, register in his mind. Usually when you see a guy do that, as a rule, he is not afraid to hit with 2 strikes.
Well, Blanco is a product of the Braves farm system. He's out of Caracas, Venezuela. Signed back in 2000, so he came up and made every stop all the way to Atlanta, where he finally surfaced in 08.
There's a strike on the outside corner, and the count 2-2. He's not going to hit many home runs, but he's going to steal a few bases. In fact, he stole 110 bases in 06. And that's in center field. That's a can of corn for Andrew. 2 down.
What I like about Gavin Floyd today is he's been able to control both sides of the plate. Now, he still doesn't have that real good curveball. It's going to come to him. It's going to get better as he moves along, because early going, what happens with a lot of curveball pitchers, they try to get too much velocity on it, and they forget it's a rotation pitch. But Gavin has controlled both sides of the plate. AJ's done a nice job of calling the pitches.
AJ is the best signal caller in this league.
Well, if you notice, most, if not all, of the Sox pitchers don't even bother shaking him off.
There is none better. And that's a little pop-up broken bat. Kotsay, he's there. Got room. 1, 2, 3 for Gavin. And we'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. Bottom of the third inning, no score. Totals on the board identical, 0-1 and 0. It'll be Viciedo, Lillibridge, and back to the top of the order with Juan Pierre.
It's going to be real interesting to see the way Lowe pitches Viciedo, because in Washington, he hit the ball hard to right center field. With that in mind, Gregor Blanco, the center fielder, shades him around toward right center.
Big gap in left side. There's a chopper, two hopper, chipper, one out.
You try to pull that sinker away, you're a right-hand hitter, you're going to wear out the left side of the infield.
You're going to kill a lot of worms right out there in front of home plate.
So far, that's what's happened with our right-handers for the most part.
So here's Lillibridge, making just his fourth plate appearance. He's 2 for 3 with a homer and a double. Takes first pitch strike. And that's low. 1-1 the count. Chases a pitcher's pitch right there, so Lowe in command at 1-2.
That was a straight change, and Derek Lowe hasn't thrown many of them. But when he does, it's effective, because you're looking for that hard sinker. You get a ball in the same spot, but it's not the same pitch. There's another one.
2 down. Well, we have a moment. We'll send out a big White Sox shout out and hello to a big Sox fan. Alex Hernandez, Maryland. Looking at him in his White Sox go-kart here. Big White Sox hello, Alex.
Juan wants to drag this one up the right side. It's a nice time for it. Chipper's in very close at third. There you see the defense. And Juan would prefer to bunt it to third, but Hinske is way back at first.
Two and 0 the count. Outfield well around to the left. And there's a strike.
We'd love to see Juan on base, because you can run on McCann.
And there is a base hit. So good speed aboard. He is 27 for 33 in that category.
It's a good sinker. Juan able to just lift it over the head of Escobar. And now you do have the running situation. The question is, as McCann probably looks over in that dugout at Roger McDowell, when they're going to call that pitch up.
Derek Lowe is 6'6", 230 pounds, and he has a good move to first base. That's low and away. And a reminder, the White Sox and Cubs rivalry continues this season as the winner of the series takes home the Crosstown Cup presented by BP. So for tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com.
That first pitch was almost a quick pitch, and that's something that Mike Everett or Tim McClellan make sure that he does give you the pause.
Alexei grounded out to Chipper Jones at third. Good, a little 2-out work right here. Alexei, Kotsay on deck. And a big lead by Juan Pierre. There he goes. McCann. Whoa.
And Juan can't believe it. Mullen said he got you by 5 feet.
Well, he's wrong there. Anyway, no score. Want to know the count to the right fielder, Jason Hayward. He's 0 for 1. Takes a strike, and that evens the count at 1. You're talking about big rookies coming into baseball, to the major leagues. I mentioned Hayward, 6'5", 240. Go back to Dave Parker, who was a big man, 6'6". He could really run. Darryl Strawberry, 6'6". He could really run.
And the Florida Marlins have a young man by the name of Mike Stanton, who's also a real big man.
3-1 to count.
A lot of people that have seen Hayward liken him to the early Darryl Strawberry when he first burst on the scene.
And a full count.
We haven't seen Hayward expand his strike zone up and out of the zone. We have seen him expand it low, away, and out of the zone.
So the payoff pitch. He gone.
I don't think he can believe that he got called out on what looked like a hanging breaking ball. AJ wanted it on the ground. That one just stayed right over the middle of the plate.
If he's upset at anybody, it ought to be himself.
I think that's probably what it is.
So here's Chipper Jones. He grounded out to Kotsay. First pitch he saw. Takes a strike. Outfield about equidistant, slightly to the left, and that is 0-2.
It was a good straight change as Gavin kept it down.
A little bit high. Chipper, 38 years old. Talking to Chipper before the game. I said, Chipper, don't even think about retiring, man. You got 3 or 4 years left. If that's through the wickets.
If he wants it talent-wise, he's got some play left. The question is, will his body hold up and allow him to be the player that he's been all of these years? And that's where the frustration sets in.
Well, he just might have to pay a bigger price. A guy like Jim Thome, and what he has to go through pre-game just to get himself in shape to be ready to play. Curveball, he gone. 2 down. And a reminder, you can support your White Sox by becoming a season ticket holder. The White Sox Aussie plan features 13 games, including Cubs Series tickets. Better get them because they're coming in tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. Prices vary depending on selected seat category and game choices. So for details, visit whitesox.com or call 312-674-1000.
Now that curveball is starting to come to Gavin Floyd, as McCann had a very weak swing on the last breaking ball.
He struck out swinging on a fastball that was inside. His first trip. And the count 1-1. Milwaukee leading Minnesota 2-0, bottom of the 3rd at Miller Park.
They've already beaten them a series for the first time since 2004. Today they're looking to sweep the series.
Nick Blackburn on the bump for the Twinkies. Also a reminder that Miller, $1 million pitch presented by Miller Lite. That's tomorrow, 3:05 p.m. Sox against the Cubs. Miller Lite will give one lucky fan the chance to pitch for $1 million. Stone Pony. $1 million.
Just get it over the plate. I have a feeling that it's not going to be the size of a cannonball you get to throw it through.
So for tickets, call 866-SOX game or visit whitesox.com.
Well, after this game, we become very big supporters of this Atlanta team because they go home to take on the Tigers for a weekend series.
Ball gets away from A.J. Take your time. You got it. And he makes it. So he strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Nobody has a run. We have no score here, bottom of the 4th inning, but in Milwaukee, bottom of the 4th, it is 4-0.
Well, ground to be gained if we can start pecking away at Derek Lowe. So far, neither pitcher has given an inch.
And that's by Chipper Jones, who was drawn in. Alexei going to make the turn. He's going into second. He's going to pick up his 13th two-bagger. Yes, the leadoff double by Alexei Ramirez.
I think they're going to peel at first base. I think. See if Alexei hit the bag. It'll be Adrian Johnson who takes a look at it. And Alexei first ball fastball hunting. Well, he caught the inside of it. And now it's up to Mark Kotsay to hit the ball to the right side.
Well, he hammered it into right center field for a base hit. And low, knowing the same thing, turns it over, sinks it way low and away.
And here's the battle. If the pitcher wins it, Kotsay will hit this ball to the left side of the infield. If Mark wins it, he'll move Alexei along to third.
Meantime, 2-0. Catbird seat for Kotsay. Mark now 5 for 15 lifetime off low. Three 3-0 with Konerko on deck.
The way Gavin Floyd is pitching today, 6 strikeouts, no walks, and 1 hit through 4. Get him a couple of runs, it might be enough.
It didn't take long. First walk issued by Lowe.
Ryan McCann is out giving signals to the infield. And he's talking about what they might want to do if there is a double steal. They certainly can't be even entertaining the idea of Paul bunting.
They're not. Paulie was robbed of a base hit on a sensational catch by Martin Prado. Going back into short right field. And that's low. Make him get it up.
Well, Mark Kotsay usually goes in pretty hard at second base, and on a ground ball in the infield, his job after getting a good secondary lead is to make sure that he gets a piece of the pivot man and stops the Braves from turning 2.
Watch out.
There are certain catchers you really worry about. One is Pudge Rodriguez. The other, Yadier Molina. Miguel Olivo can make that play also because he's got a rocket for an arm. But McCann, although it was accurate, he doesn't have the arm strength of those other 3.
Not many do.
Nope.
Now, Derek Lowe in command of the count at a ball and 2 strikes. Carlos Quentin on deck. Lowe, 28 games over 500 in his career. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Well, this is where a sinker baller really comes in handy, because if you can get 2 outs with 1 pitch, you're in pretty good shape. But to do that, he's got to get Paul to hit the ball on the ground. And as you can see, lately, Konerko has been as hot as anybody on this team.
Outfield, they're playing him straight up. Hayward deep and right. And Paulie going that way. That's going to be a souvenir right side. And while we have a moment, there's the official online shop of the White Sox. Browse the largest selection of official gear, including the latest apparel, nostalgic memorabilia, and authentic classics for the whole family. Get your gear from the official source. Shop at whitesox.com.
Lowe was going to quick pitch him, and Paul got Mike Everett to acknowledge the timeout.
He could not check it up, and that's a big out number 1.
One of the few big sweeping sliders that Lowe has thrown today. That was his best. We'll take a look at the wipeout pitch. This ball battles with that sinker.
Carlos fouls the first pitch away. No, you didn't see that big sweeping breaking pitch. Bolly could just not check it up. So here's Quentin. He also was a strikeout victim his first trip.
Here's the last pitch, a sweeping slider. Ball goes down on strikes.
Big pitch right here. 2 on, 1 out, and 1-1. Advantage goes to Quentin. Pierzynski on deck.
He's come very close twice to hitting Carlos. He's no stranger to being plunked.
And the count 3-1.
Tried to go inside 3 straight times and missed all 3 times. Well, you'd think a crafty veteran like Ramon Castro would know something about the cap hat, but apparently not.
So a full count to Carlos.
Pretty good sinker, catches the outside part of the plate.
Lexi at second, Kotsay at first. See where the air starts.
And I think he hit him. And Ozzie.
And now he does hit him. And here comes Bobby out of the dugout. That'll load him up.
Well, he tried to go in there 3 other times and just missed him. And that time, he got him. And now they're appealing the swing. That would have been a big factor. But on the appeal, Adrian Johnson said he didn't swing. He did indeed get hit. This is on the right forearm. And here's Ozzie about ready to state his case, and then decides that he's already won the battle, so you might as well take a walk back.
Sacks packed with socks, 1 down, and here's AJ, who just scalded one to the shortstop Escobar. Take him into left center, AJ. And that pitch is off the plate. Andrew Jones on deck.
It's pretty tough to walk AJ. 214 appearances, 6 walks.
And he helped him out right there. So that will even the count at 1.
Gregor Blanco has a good arm in center field, and he's loosening up that arm as we speak. Hayward not only has a good arm in right, but he's very accurate. His problem is he's playing almost on the warning track.
And Cabrera can throw in left. That ball hit hard but foul. So now, low in command of the count at 1-2. This is when a hitter has got to really collect his thoughts and try to regain that sense of control.
Well, the last pitch was very much a veteran pitch. He put it out there, it looked hittable. He took a whole lot off it. AJ took a good solid swing, but because it was an off-speed pitch, he just yanked it foul.
Got him. Good movement on that fastball right there.
And AJ cracked his bat as he spun around and whacked the ground with it.
This looked like a good pitch right here. That ball comes back and catches the plate. So now it's up to Andrew. Andrew for one. He grounded out to Chipper Jones. Takes it outside.
Lowe has 3 wild pitches this year. And I'm sure most of them have not come on the sinker, but they've come on that sweeping slider that he likes to throw.
Questionable right there, but the count evens at 1.
See where McCann wants it. Looked a little low from here.
McCann thought it was. And now Andrew in command at 2 balls and a strike.
This could certainly give Andrew a whole lot of pleasure. Do some damage to the team that not only signed him, but developed him and brought him to the major league where he became a star.
He has given him 2 questionable pitches.
I don't think that one's even questionable. That ball was well off the plate.
Two out to 2-2.
Well, he figured, look, if I got the last one, I'll just go in the same spot. But he didn't get that one.
Well, Derek Lowe's not afraid to throw anything in his arsenal at any time. So this is not what you'd call a catbird seat at all on this payoff pitch. But he got a good pitch to hit right there and fouls it off.
He's going to deliver his 66th pitch. 27 of them coming here in the 4th.
Ball for a base hit, Andrew. And there's a little looper in left field, but it's going to hang up for Cabrera. And that appeared to be ball 4. Meanwhile, we'll go to the 5th, still scoreless. First pitch strike to Troy Glaus, leading off here in the top of the fifth. Glaus 0 for 1, grounded out to Alexei Ramirez. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Braves. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for our Sox.
This is where Troy Glaus becomes very effective. He tried to pull the ball away the first time. He'll learn from that.
Tags it up and takes ball 2. The ball hammered. Pierre. Yes.
Glaus hit the daylights out of that. Fortunately, it was a sinking line drive. That's the hardest hit ball of the day against Gavin Floyd.
Well, that's just a hang woof'em right there. That's good play. The ball's hit that hard by that big guy. Juan has made some outstanding plays in left field. And while we have a moment, a big White Sox shout out and congratulations to Duncan Keith on winning the Norris Trophy.
That's terrific.
Yes, it is.
Well deserved.
2-0 the count. To Hensky, who has the only Brave hit, a line drive single in the right field. Three balls, no strikes. The 32-year-old veteran.
Because he doesn't have great speed, Bobby Cox might just turn him loose here. Took one right on the inside corner.
And the count goes full. Give him that good straight change.
Last 3 years he was with the Red Sox, Tampa Bay, and the Yankees, and they all played in the series.
Payoff pitch. Well, that makes for a nice Christmas.
It does that.
And once again, the payoff. He gone. Strikeout number 7 for Gavin. So a big comeback from a 3-0 count. But Chicagoland viewers, how would you like to win $5 footlongs from Subway? Just be the 500th texter to text Subway to 97999. So go to WGNTV.com for complete information and rules. Here's Cabrera. Takes first pitch strike. He went out. Andrew Jones in center field. Cabrera just 25 years old. Seems like he's been around a long time. Good pitch. Ate him up. Pops him up. Lillibridge, who's there. Nice. Nice. 1-2-3 inning. He's retired 10 in a row. We're halfway home in a scoreless ball game.
Today's U.S. Cellular Text Poll question, believe in something better. Which former Major League owner would you consider more imaginative? A, Bill Veeck, or B, Ted Turner? Just text A or B to 97999 and watch for the results later in the game.
Diane Viciedo leads off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Big hack, no contact. Diane grounded out to Chipper Jones his first trip. And there's a base hit in the hole. So the leadoff single from the 21-year-old future star, Diane Viciedo.
Well, everyone who has seen Viciedo says the same thing. We're not quite sure where he's going to play every day, but we do know wherever it is, he is going to hit. He drove that ball through the left side.
Stevie, he's going to be a terrific first baseman.
Well, if that's the case, he's going to be a great asset because he's going to drive in a lot of runs.
Yes, he is. Here's Lillibridge. Brent struck out his first trip. Viciedo is going to be some kind of offensive player. He is so strong. 5'11", 240 pounds, although there's just a jab, so to speak, at that one. Viciedo getting a little older now, getting a little more compact. He's got tremendous power to right center field.
Talking to a scout who saw him as he went through all the workouts for some of the teams, they said that he's probably down about 35 pounds from what he was at his zenith. So right now he's gotten in a whole lot better shape, and that's going to help him.
Good eye, good check, and the count 1-1.
The Braves are playing their 42nd game on the road compared to just 31 at home. And with the best home record in baseball, it all has to even out, and that's to the Braves' advantage.
Takes a strike right there, so 1-2. Now you got to make a little contact here, Brent.
Chipper Jones still believes that Lillibridge is going to bunt because he is well in on the grass at third.
One of the things I love about Viciedo is the fact that last year Birmingham got off to just a horrible start for a long time. Then all of a sudden, I follow the minor leagues every day, then you could just see him start to pick it up, and all. He finished up very strong. Sweeping breaking pitch, evens the count at 2. Then this year goes down to Charlotte. Starts off very slowly, very slowly. All of a sudden now you can see him pick it up. Finished up very strong when they called him up.
Could it very well be that he really enjoys the warmer weather a bit more? I know that
I think it's just making adjustments. That ball's hit hard, but it's going to hang up for Gregor Blanco. And that's out number 1.
They were shading Lillibridge around toward right center. And Blanco getting a good jump on this one. This is a very hard hit line drive, but unfortunately Blanco right there to make the play.
So here's Juan Pierre. Has one of our 4 hits. No, but you get young players who can make adjustments like that. That's the kind of hitter that you want. Takes ball 1. We have another guy here that joined us back in '89. Started off a little poorly. Became a pretty good player because he could make adjustments. He learned to be one of the best adjustments hitter in the American League, and that was Robin Ventura.
He had a great career.
As the bunny.
I think Robin is now calling the College World Series. A chance to take a look, and Robin was the analyst on that broadcast. Also made himself a great third baseman.
Not a whole bunch of people know more about the game than Robin Ventura.
Only hit in 58 straight games in college. That's not bad.
Well, Robin started off with us 0 for 41. That's the only time I've ever seen a guy break into the big leagues 0 for 41 and gain stature in the eyes of his teammates. The way he handled it. There goes Viciado. Hansky's going to take the out at first, and that's 2 down. Ozzie trying to get some action going. As here is Alexei, who's gone to the third, and he is doubled right down the third base line.
Milwaukee leads 5-0 over Minnesota.
In the top of the fifth.
That's Gallardo, and he is Milwaukee's #1. He's their ace. Last night, Manny Parra defeated Francisco Liriano.
Pick him up, Alexei. Attaboy. Eric Lowe is a good competitor, smart pitcher. Tried to get him to chase that low sinker, make him get it up. Big hat, no cattle.
Well, we thought we would see 3 tremendous pitchers do it. Hansen had some problems in the first game, giving up 9 runs and 13 hits in 3 2/3 innings. But Hudson was as billed, and Lowe has been very good today. But the Sox have just been a little bit better across the board.
That's popped up right side. Hayward makes the call, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. We have played 5. They're all in the books with goose egg. Escobar, Blanco, then back to the top of the order, Martin Prado. As Escobar takes first pitch strike. He struck out swinging on a good Gavin Floyd slider. Boyd's given up 1 hit, no walks, 7 strikeouts. Rays have only had 1 base runner. Takes the bunt, draws it back, and the count evens at 1.
Took a look at Viciedo at third base and figured if he could bunt it that way, it would have been a base hit.
There's a strike. And the count 1-2. Tried to get him to chase one right there.
Well, either a little slider or curveball here, something that's hard enough where Escobar can't adjust after being fooled, will get him. Now AJ wanted the slider. Gavin kept looking in until he rotated through and finally got to the sinker, which he kept up high.
Alexei, 1 down. Sox trying for their 3rd straight sweep. They got the Pirates at PNC. They got the Nasty Nats at Nationals Park, taking the first 2 here.
And with a victory here today, the Sox will move to 500 at home. They're already 19-16 on the road, trying to win their 9th straight game.
Minnesota did not score in the top of the 5th as there's strike 1 to Blanco.
I have a feeling if Gavin Floyd had gone through with that pitch, he would have called it on Blanco because he did not acknowledge time, and he's talking to Blanco now.
Curveball strike. Yeah, Blanco at this point doesn't have the status of Chipper Jones.
No, but that's a lesson to all you pitchers. If the umpire doesn't throw up his hands, continue to go with the pitch.
That's into left field. Can of corn for 1. And that's 2 down. A reminder, with the Chicago Tribune Ticket to Summer giveaway, you can win great prizes all summer long. So for your chance to win, look for the Ticket to Summer prize code inside your Chicago Tribune. Here's Martin Prado, a strikeout and a foul out to Kotsay. Very quickly, the count 0-2. Sox, who are 16-8 in day games this season. In fact, we won the last 7 day games. And that pitch high and wide. Also at 12-2 in interleague. That is the best record in the big leagues this season. Got the Cubs coming in tomorrow. Jake Peavy against Zambrano. On Saturday, Garcia against Silva. On Sunday, Danks against Dempster.
Cubs shifted around their rotation because of a hamstring problem from Silva. He was supposed to go against his former mates in Seattle. They moved Ted Lilly to start that game today against Felix Hernandez, and moved back Silva so he could get another couple of days rest.
That's a 3:05 start tomorrow in that game right here with WGN. He did not go.
Chapman tries to throw a little slider on the outside corner. The ball is off the plate. Toronto might have gotten a break there.
The 2-2. He gone. 8 strikeouts for Gavin. He's retired 13 in a row, but we are still tied at 0.
Tested it. The White Sox hit a home run in the 6th inning. Stelios will win 100 chances to take home the Powerball jackpot. Saturday's jackpot is worth $20 million, meaning someone hit the jackpot on Wednesday, and I know it's not me.
Well, you got to buy a ticket.
No, I did. I didn't even come close.
Mark Kotsay takes ball 1. He is 1 for 1. A hard single in the 1st. And he walked in the 4th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for them. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for us.
Lowe has not been able to zone in that outside corner to Kotsay. Pretty good to most of the other guys, but with Mark, he keeps throwing the ball wide.
There's a chopper going foul. Nice crowd on hand. Nice walk up today on a beautiful, beautiful afternoon here in the beautiful city.
If you're looking for the perfect day to see a baseball game, it doesn't get any better than this. Low humidity, temperatures in the high 70s, and just gorgeous.
Good take right there, and the count 3-1. Paulie on deck. And Quentin in the hole. Takes it right there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And the payoff. That's a fair ball right down the line. So Kotsay with a turn. Hayward will make the clean pickup, get it back in. And the leadoff double by Mark Kotsay.
This is the 3rd inning in a row where the Sox have led off with a base hit, and the 2nd time they've led off with a double. As Kotsay takes it right down the line, no chance at all for Hinsky. Ramirez led off with a double in the 4th inning. Eventually, Sox loaded the bases, couldn't do anything with it. see if we can break through against Lowe, who's had a very good day, only not quite as good as his mound opponent, Gavin Floyd, who's been brilliant.
Paulie is 0 for 2. Pop up and a strikeout. Takes ball 1. Paulie trying to get Mark over. Nice catch by one of the fans. Did not have his glove. And the count evens at 1. That Minnesota-Milwaukee game, 5-0 Brewers, top of the 6th inning. And that ball into right field. Kase is tagging. Here's the throw. Boy, what an arm. Safe!
That throw was just off the mark, and Hayward's probably going to learn to keep it a little lower and one hop it. And when he does, he's going to be real tough to run against. He's tough enough now. He sets up well. Throws it on a fly, but off the mark. And Kotsay slides around a lunging Chipper Jones. And so Paul gets the job done. Now it's going to be the infield forced to come in. And I think they might appeal at second base. At least Prado is standing at second.
Well, they got nothing to lose.
Nope, they might as well appeal. And we'll see what Tim McClellan says.
And he is right. In that Minnesota-Milwaukee game, Giovanni Gallardo was perfect through 5.
He's a good one.
So here we go. Carlos has struck out and then was hit by a pitch. Chipper Jones back a little bit. About halfway at third. Everybody else is in. And that pitch is down. You got to make Derek Lowe get it up. And the count 2-0.
I don't think with AJ coming up next that they're going to use the contact play. There's pretty good arms around the infield, especially in the middle infield with Escobar and Prado.
And the count 3-0. Turn him loose, eyes. Right here. Infield in, 3-0. And they're just going to go ahead and put him on. That'll be an intentional walk. Second walk issued by Lowe.
Here comes Roger McDowell out to talk with Lowe about just exactly what they want to do with AJ.
Well, we know one thing. Bobby Cox has seen enough of Carlos Quinn the last 2 days.
Last time up, Lowe tried to bury the ball inside. Almost got him on 3 straight pitches. Finally got him on the 4th. That loaded him up. But then a tailing fastball striking out AJ and a fly out by Andrew Jones ended the threat. Runners at the corners here. Only 1 out. With AJ, golden opportunity to break through.
AJ hit the ball very hard. 1 hop. Skinner to Escobar. Then he struck out. Called out on a good inside fastball strike.
There's not too many people in this league go in harder at second base than Carlos Quinn.
Well, you give him a chance. Give him a chance, and he will take you out.
Yeah.
AJ on that one just trying to push the bat, and the count 0-1. Andrew Jones on deck. They had the bases loaded back in the fourth.
And O'Flaherty, hard-throwing left-hander, Peter Moylan.
And this is what they were hoping for, and they got it. So the double play ends the threat. We'll go to the seventh. 0-0.
Number of 500 home runs. It's currently at 430. Jones could reach that goal by the end of the 2012 season. Chipper has a lifetime average over 300 and has been an all-star 6 times in his career. Chipper Jones, today's Toyota moving forward.
Well, he's been the face of that franchise for a long time, and deservedly so. Breaking ball strike, and the count evens at 1 to Jason Hayward, who has grounded out to Gavin Floyd and struck out.
And the book on Hayward is if you go in under his hands. If not, stay away sinking. We'd like to thank Bobby Bertucci for dropping off wonderful hamburgers and some chicken. Of course, the folks are wondering where the ribs and the Italian sausage is, but outside of that, it was very nice about it.
The Senator lobbying again. Pretty good pitch right there, didn't get it.
This is not a guy that you want to put on to start off the inning because of his great speed in a 0-0 game.
And the payoff. Katse makes his own hop right there, and that's out number 1.
Well, Gavin has been absolutely brilliant today when he's had to make the pitches. He has. And usually pitcher's strong side is the arm side. For Gavin, that's away to the left-handers, into the right-handers. But Gavin has had masterful control on both sides of the plate. Now Venters and Moylan loosening up.
First pitch strike to Chipper Jones, who was grounded to first and struck out, called out on a good curveball from Gavin. Gavin, no walks, 8 strikeouts. Another close pitch, didn't get that one, so the count evens at 1.
This is normally the power side for Chipper Jones.
Outfield, they are deep, spread out. And Chipper rifles one into right field. So just the second base runner for Atlanta.
That was a slider that stayed down, and like most left-hand hitters, if you keep that slider and throw it thigh high or below, they're probably going to take a pretty good swing at it.
Ryan McCann, 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts. Decent lead by Chipper. He stole a base in the first game, but it was the Lance Johnson jump off Johnny Danks. He's 5 for 5, though. Sneaky Jones.
And this is not an Atlanta team that's going to try to run you out of the ballpark. Total of 36 steals. They've been thrown out only 13 times. So they don't run often, but they do run well when they do.
Well, they've been spread out among those players. Hayward 5, Jones 5, McCann 3, Cabrera 3, Escobar 5. .21 to count for the 26-year-old receiver. Minnesota did not score in the top of the 6th. Still 5-0 Brew Crew. Big hat, no cattle on that one.
Throw a good curveball here, and you got him. Gavin at the 92 pitch mark. But he's where most of the starters have been over the last 2.5 weeks, and that's in the 7th inning.
Slow chopper. Preciado makes the play. 2 down.
Interesting swing by Brian McCann as he decided to swing at a fastball up over his head. Hard to get on top of that ball and hit it on the ground, but he was able somehow to do it.
Well, he's just an aggressive hitter. I mean, he just gets out. He sees something white and he gets after it. He's fun to watch. Meanwhile, Braves for the first time in this game have a man at second base. 2 out, and here is Troy Glaus.
He's their #1 run producer.
He is grounded to short, hit the ball hard, then he just scorched one. He tattooed one, a low sinking line drive in the left field. Pierre made the catch as he can't get that slider. And the count 0-1.
Second in the National League in runs batted in behind David Wright, who's having a big year for the resurgent New York Mets.
And that will be the 5th wild pitch by Gavin this season.
And now AJ's got to do More than just backhand the ball. That was not particularly good technique. Try to backhand that ball more times than not, it's going to get by you. Now you've got the go-ahead run 90 feet away.
Lays off that big take right there. Big check by Glausen. He is ahead 2-1. You got Henske on deck. Rays have only stranded 1 in this game. We have stranded 6. We've had the bases loaded once. Man on first and third, 1 out once. Couldn't do anything with it. So we're 2 out, of 3-1 count on Glaus.
If you go with a fastball here, keep it off the plate. I would throw him a breaking ball of one sort or another. If you have first base open, this guy all year long has delivered the big hits for this Atlanta team.
And they just went right around him right there. So the first walk, and with runners at the corners, 2 down, here's Henske, who has lined hard a single into right field, and then he struck out in the 5th.
Don Cooper now coming out. Wants to have a word about what they want to do with Eric Henske. When talking with Roger McDowell, he said he played a year over the Dodgers with Mike Scioscia. Comes into play with Gavin Floyd, who throws a big curveball and a hard breaking pitch in the dirt. Scioscia came out to McDowell, who was a sinker ball pitcher, and threw breaking balls in the dirt. And he said to him, Roger, you can't throw it by me in the dirt. Give me the best breaking ball you have, and I will smother it. And he said he never allowed one to get by. Rick Dempsey from the Orioles told me the same thing. Being a curveball pitcher, you've got to have supreme trust in your catcher. Otherwise, you're going to hang a breaking ball. AJ is usually very dependable at blocking pitches.
First pitch strike to Henske. Well, talking about Rick Dempsey, been in this game a long time. He's one of the best that I ever saw.
He said, if you're going to get it by me, you're going to throw it over my head, but you will not get it by me in the dirt. And he was right.
Henske checks it up, lays off that high one, and that evens the count at 1. Up high, and the count 1-2. So 2 out, 1-2 to count to Henske.
Probably what Don Cooper said. If you do go with the fastball, make it face high. And the crowd here making a great deal of noise, and a lot of them on their feet.
It's been a lively crowd today. Just got a piece of it.
Tried to throw another high fastball right by him. He's not able to do it. When you get a hitter looking at that high release point, that breaking ball out of the same release point is very effective.
Curveball in the dirt.
And a nice job of stopping it by AJ. He wanted the curveball. Gavin gave him his best, and AJ gets down on both knees. Brings the elbows into the body, doesn't try to catch it. And then both Henske and AJ kick it, but not far enough for anybody to advance.
They're not holding Klaus on. And here's the 2-2 pitch. He gone! 9 strikeouts for Floyd. He leaves them right there with 7th inning stretch. We are still scoreless. 2 hits, has 9 strikeouts.
Not unusual if you throw away the first part of the year and go through the last 3 starts. In the last 3 starts, he's given up a total of 3 runs. He carried that over till today. He has shut out a very good Braves team so far through 7. And that was one of the better breaking balls he threw to Hinske to get out of the inning. He did it just right. He pitched around Glaus, which is something you want to do to their leading run producer. And you make the guy that hasn't started in this series beat you. And in this case, Hinske couldn't.
So here we go. Lower third of our order. Jones, Viciedo, and Lillibridge. Derek Lowe hadn't been bad himself. But we've had our chances. He just fessed up, manned up, and left them right there. Andrew 0 for 2. Going out to third and looped out to Cabrera and left. A hot smash. Handled easily by Chipper Jones, and that's out number 1.
Chipper just absorbs this ball. It's hit awfully hard. Decides to backhand it, but he stays right with it and makes the play easily.
Viciedo fouls that one away. He's 1 for 2. He's grounded to third, and he pounded a single in the hole between third and short. Here's his gun. He made it look easy. Didn't put a whole bunch on it. 2 down. And a reminder, every White Sox Friday home game is United Flyaway Friday. Each Friday home game, one lucky fan will have the chance to win 2 free round-trip tickets to anywhere in the continental U.S. at United Flies. United, proud to fly the Chicago White Sox. We're happy to be with you.
Lillibridge spent some time with these Braves.
He is 0 for 2. Last time up, lined hard to center field. Takes first pitch strike. Good folks at United. Mark Seipold, Mike Corrigan. Backhanded. Look at this. Beautiful play. Beautiful play by Yunel Escobar. And a quick 1-2-3 inning for Derek Lowe.
Here's today's U.S. Cellular text poll question and answer. Believe in something better. Which former Major League owner would you consider more imaginative? And so far, Bill Veeck is winning 55% to 45% over Ted Turner.
J.J. Putz in for Gavin Floyd, who was just once again outstanding. Gavin going 7 innings, no runs, 2 hits, 1 walk. That was more or less intentional going around Troy Glaus, and he had 9 punch-outs. What an effort.
Great performance by Gavin, but they just haven't been scoring many runs. And J.J. comes on at 2-2, ERA 2.10. He pitched an inning last night. It was a perfect 7. As he went Putz, Thornton, and Jenks, and got the job done.
And Matt loosening up down in the pen. One-two pitch. Cabrera has been a thorn in our side. Or behind.
Well, JJ's
since he's been in this league.
JJ's wipeout is the splitter. All AJ has to do is make sure that he blocks it.
Ate him up, broke his bat. Viciedo, nice control right there to get it. Ball crawled right up his glove. Nice play.
Especially when you consider that ball came off with a whole lot of spin on it. Threw a fastball, inside out swing, broken bat. This ball rolled up into his body. Viciedo's got plenty of arm. And he gets Cabrera by a full step.
And here's Yunel Escobar, who struck out and grounded to short. And for all you Omar Vizquel fans out there who are watching in who have not seen many of the Sox games because of your location, South America, of course, WGN goes for the most part all around the world now. He has been fantastic since he's been playing. This club is 14 in the games he played in, 14-6.
And I assume we probably will see him defensively at third if we can ever score of this very strong Atlanta team.
The first ballot Hall of Famer. He has played. He's been one of the big reasons of the turnaround of this ball club.
Not only defense, but he's hitting .269.
And it's
came
what he
from the one.
It's when he's hitting. That ball into right field. Can of corn for Carlos, and that is out number 2. He has driven in. Omar's driven in some big runs. In the first game, he had the big hit of the ball game. 2-out, 2-run single to put us on top.
We haven't seen Blanco try a bunt yet, but it's something that you have to bear in mind. With that in mind, Viciedo is in on the grass at third. And now Marcotte is slowly getting a little closer at first.
Blanco has gone out to center and he's gone out to left. And Juan's going to get him again. A very quick J.J. Putz inning. 1, 2, 3. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th.
ATLAT.com is brought to you by Columbia College of Missouri. On-campus and online classes fit your schedule and your budget. Takashi Saito comes into the game. We saw him last night. 1-2, a fine ERA of 2.81. Saito was a quality closer with the Dodgers, now used as a setup man. On in relief of Derek Lowe, who was brilliant through 7, gave up 5 hits, struck out 4.
Top of the order for our Sox. Juan Pierre takes ball 1 from the 40-year-old right-hander. He's 6'2", 200 pounds, out of Miyagi City, Japan. 14 years with Yokohama. 3 years with the Dodgers, 1 with the Red Sox. There's the strike. If you're just tuning in, no runs, 5 hits for us. No runs, 2 hits for them. We have seen some. We saw 2 good 6'6" right-handers out there on that bump today.
We had wonderful opportunities to score in the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th inning. But Derek Lowe was equal to the task.
And there's a base hit in the hole. So good speed aboard. A nice way to start at the bottom of the 8th.
One was thrown out stealing in the 3rd inning. And the question is, will Ozzie ask Ramirez to lay it down with Katse, who has had a perfect day, and Konerko up behind him?
Well, Alexei has been swinging the bat extremely well, but you want Juan Pierre on second base.
One sacrifice all year for Ramirez.
He broke it down to show the bunt. No score, bottom of the 8th. Leadoff man on.
Just as soon bunted to Hinsky, who does not play every day.
Out there in left center. Chipper Jones in on the grass at 3rd. And there's a bunt. He's going to pick it up, take the out. So the sacrifice, 3 unassisted.
Nice bunt by Alexei, and had Hinsky let it go, but had a chance to roll foul. He didn't want to take the gamble.
That's exactly what happened.
This ball spinning toward the line. He figured, let's take the out and see if Saito can get out of the inning.
Well, we both know that that line is leaning, tilting towards the infield. And Hinsky knows it as well.
On both sides.
On 1st and 3rd. So here's Katse. He is 2 for 2 with a walk. A single, a walk, a double. Takes a strike. That ball high into left field. Get out of here. Cabrera's a good outfielder. He's over there. Makes the catch for out number 2.
Looked like McCann got crossed up on that pitch. Mark put it in play. And Melky Cabrera stays right with it to make the catch.
So here's Paulie. He's 0 for 3. He's due. For the Braves in their top of the ninth, it'll be the top of the order. The ball hit deep. Way back. Cabrera looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Yes. A two-run homer for Paul Konerko, and the Sox lead it 2-0. Mercy.
(18-54) as Saito tries to sneak a first ball fastball by Paul Konerko. And he hit the daylights out of it. A towering home run. Cabrera didn't even take a step. He just looked up and knew it was gone.
He was due. And the 31,076 on their feet calling for a curtain call. And here is Carlos Quentin. That breaking ball high, 1-0 the count to Quentin. Carlos is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch and also walked.
It's going to get Bobby Jenks up, throwing in the pen now.
Another breaking pitch and the count 1-1. And of course, with that home run by Konerko, the Alex Nellius family will donate $100 to White Sox charities for every Sox homer hit throughout the course of the season. That is number 78. So $7,800 donated by Alex Nellius in loving memory of Ursula. That's into center field. And that'll retire the side, but not before. Paul Konerko's 18th homer will go to the ninth, leading 2-0. All-time saves leaderboard, passing the terrific Roberto Hernandez. Jinx needs 40 saves to pass Bobby Thigpen and become the Sox career saves leader. So for all your home improvement needs, you can shop and save big money at Menards.
And Bobby Jenks comes in trying to save his third of a 3-game series against the Braves. Bobby, a 1-1 ERA, 4.18 on for the 31st time, looking for his 17th save in 18 opportunities. And he's got to go right through the top of the Brave order.
So here's Martin Prado. He is 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts and a foul out to first. 2-7-0 for our guys, 0-2-0 for their guys. First pitch strike at 97. And fouls that one away. And a reminder, be one of the first 25,000 fans in attendance at each White Sox home game this season to receive a Connie's Pizza Game card, now redeemable for a small pizza with the purchase of any large pizza of equal or greater value at participating Connie's Pizzas locations. Plays off the breaking ball and the count 1-2.
One of the reasons why Ozzie gave Bobby the series off against Washington was that he had been up or in a game 10 straight days. Now it's 3 straight games, all in save opportunities.
And we had the off day, so it gave him 3 for 2.
Well, closers like to get their work in, but occasionally you've got to give them a little break. And Bobby's a big, strong man, but he needs a break occasionally.
1-2. He gone.
That's been the big difference in why Bobby has started to throw the ball a whole lot better. And that his ability to get the breaking ball over the plate. He drops this one on the outside corner, and that's a huge first out.
Also a reminder, enjoy a day here at beautiful USA with family and friends. Individual tickets for the White Sox 2010 season are on sale right now. So for tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME. Jason Hayward, 0 for 3. Fouls that pitch back. That one at 98 from Bobby Jenks. Count 0-2. Chipper Jones on deck. A little bit low. Alexei, gotta hurry. Yes! 2 down.
Even with the speed of Hayward, Alexei came across, knew he had to hurry it up, and gunned it across to get him. He's got plenty of arm, and he got to it with a step to spare. His bouncer up the middle, and Ramirez, who's been playing a great shortstop, gets it there. One full step ahead of Hayward.
The best shortstop that he has played since he has been in a White Sox uniform. So here's Chipper. Chipper 1 for 3. A ball, a strike, 2 out. Sox trying for their 3rd consecutive sweep. They got the Pirates in 3. They got the Nasty Nats in 3. And they're taking the first 2 of this 3-game set. 2-1. Future Hall of Famer. Off the end of the bat. Diane. Yes, and this ball game is over. So the Sox extend their winning streak to 9 games. Make it 13-2 in interleague play as Gavin Floyd, J.J. Putz, and Bobby Jenks shut out the Atlanta Braves. Stone Pony.
And if the score holds up in Milwaukee, it's going to be a 2.5 game deficit between the Twins and our Sox. So Bobby Jenks, for the 3rd time in 3 days, nails it down. Just outstanding pitching in this series. And the last out, a squibber off the end of the bat. Viciedo, who made 2 good plays at third, has some time, guns it across. And we don't have to worry about McCann or Glaus till maybe the World Series or next year.
Well, if you're just tuning in, Gavin Floyd was just awesome. He went 7 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, had 9 strikeouts, and last 3 starts he has just been terrific.
Well, unfortunately, it's gone to 4 starts with the start today. He's given up a total of 3 runs and doesn't have a win in any of those 4 starts. But he's done what just about the entire rotation has done, and that is take the game late, giving Ozzie the situation where he can use his bullpen the way he wants to. In this case, it was J.J. Putz in the 8th after the 2-run homer, Bobby Jenks in the 9th. It was Putz, Thornton, and Jenks last night. And the first game, Pena, Linebrink, who had a tough time, but Bobby Jenks, who saved 3 in 3 days. And what a run this has been for the Sox.
Well, the Sox have won 13 out of the last 14. As I mentioned, now a 9-game winning streak. And have a Major League best 13-2 in interleague play. Sox also now 141-103 all time, which is 3rd best behind the Yankees and the Minnesota Twins in interleague play. But again, defense has been there. We've been catching the baseball. The pitchers have had a wider plate to pitch to. It's taken less pressure, more pressure, I should say, off the offense. They've been coming through. Everything coming together.
Everybody talked about this being the test against a very good Brave team. Well, they've passed the test.
And joining us now is our hero, and he has been for so many years, Paul Konerko. Paulie, nice going, big guy.
Hey, thanks, Al. Appreciate it.
What'd you get, a fastball, first ball?
Yeah, fastball. I think he was just trying to get ahead, and I was just trying to be ready.
Paulie, you especially have to be extremely happy the way this club has come back after that rough start. You kept saying this is a much better team than we have been playing. We will get it together. And, boy, you guys now, 9-game winning streak and 13 out of the last 14.
Yeah, I mean, we needed it. We were kind of falling a lot of games behind, and, we're still not all the way out of it yet. I mean, it's going to be a good race now, but I think we put ourselves back into it. And, we know Minnesota's a good team. There's a lot of head-to-head games coming up in the future. But, we like the way we're playing right now, obviously, and we want to keep it going here through the weekend.
And, Paul, we know the starting pitching has been a whole lot better recently, but the defense is a big part of it. You're a big part of that defense, and today was no exception. How has it been this team has come together so well defensively after a very difficult start?
I think, a lot of guys get their work in. Joey does a lot of early work with the guys, and, mainly just not thinking about it, just not playing, not worrying about the mistakes you've made. I think defensively, the mistakes we have made this year, most of them have been aggressive and, just errors that happen. Not too many mental lapses, which is what we had a lot of last year. So, we feel good about it. We're going to make errors. I mean, it's going to happen. You just hope that they don't cost you and you don't make too many of them. But, we feel like we got some guys out there. I mean, Diane made a couple great plays today that could have swayed that game, and he came in making some slow rollers and making the throw to first that, were big plays. So for him, especially in his first game here at third in the big league. So, defensively we've been good, and everything's clicking right now. We're just going to try and ride it out.
All right, big guy, don't stop now. Nice going, Paulie. The 2-run homer, and Sox win it 2-0. And we'll be back.